So the Koni-Omega is a medium format rangefinder press camera that shoots 6-7 negatives, and I think they were primarily used by photojournalists, as in press, wedding photographers, and the military. So pretty much I have an insane amount of gas, and I admired the shiny Mamiya 6 and Mamiya 7, but I don't really have $2,000 to $3,000 to spend, so I started researching medium format rangefinder, and you know, after some time on Google, voila, there's this Koni-Omega that I saw, and I looked at the prices and I was like, okay, it's pretty affordable, and I was like, interchangeable lenses, cool, shoot 6.7, cool, interchangeable backs, like so, really cool, and you know, eBay has them for less than 200 bucks. I was like, what the, like, why is this not more popular? And yeah, I ended up buying one, and you know, I kind of see it's pretty awkward, as you can see by just literally looking at the camera. It's got a left-handed shutter right here, and it focuses by this focus knob, and so ergonomically it's not that comfortable to do this, because I'm very used to winding and like my hands doing this, and so it took me a while to get used to it. And this is also around almost 5 pounds holding this thing, so it's really heavy and it feels kind of weird, but you're able to hold it with one hand for a while. But that's probably where the cons end, but unfortunately, like, those cons are actually really big. If you don't like using the camera, it's definitely not worth buying. So if you can't get used to, or you're uncomfortable focusing with your right hand like so, and then firing with your left hand, and also just lugging this 5-pound beast around, it's probably not the camera for you. Let's go to the pros. Like I mentioned before, this camera has interchangeable lenses. Not many medium format rangefinders have interchangeable lenses. There's the Mamiya 6, there's the Mamiya 7, the Mamiya press cameras, the Graflex press cameras, the Graflex 6769 like XL press camera. There's the Bronica RF645, and the here I have it here, the Fujica 690 series that have interchangeable lenses, which is the older style before they started making fixed lens 6.9 cameras. So, and I'll make a video about the Fuji 690. So that's a huge plus. And so there are about 5 lenses for the system. There's the 58mm, 65mm, the 90mm, the 135mm, and the 180mm. And it's not that bad of a selection. You got your wides, your normal, and your tele, so pretty good. The camera has frame lines for the 90, the 135, and the 180. For the 58 and the 65, you're gonna need an external viewfinder like this one, that just sits on the top of your pull shoe, like so. Another cool thing about the viewfinder is that it has parallax correction. So when you reach towards your minimum focusing distance, it actually compensates your frame lines and it squishes in. The external viewfinder also has parallax correction, so if you're focusing quite close, it'll it'll have another line that tells you where the top of your frame is. And the coolest thing about this camera, the reason why it's named Rapid, is the pump action advance lever here, which goes out like that and slams back in to advance to the next frame. Along with advancing the film, it also cocks the shutter by moving this lever forward, which is pretty cool. I believe that on other press cameras, like if you got say the Mamiya press or the Graflex XL, those cameras have the film advance lever and the shutter cocking lever are separate. So you would have to cock the shutter separate on the lens and advance, where this one does it both at the same time. And I can see why they said Rapid for the time. Another cool thing about that actually is that you can multi-expose on this camera very, very easily, just because the cocking mechanism, as I mentioned, is under the lens here. So if you wanted to shoot a multi-exposure frame, all you would have to do is cock the shutter here and it'd be ready to fire another shot on the same film that's already been exposed. And you can do that as many times as you want, and it's super easy. There's no like buttons you need to press or anything, and like to hold down anything. For the more modern rangefinders, the Mamiya 7 II is the only one that has a multi-exposure lever, and I believe all the other ones with the fixed lens, medium range formats, they don't have multi-exposure. So pretty neat. The Fujica 690 also does not have multi-exposure, so this actually has a lot of features on it. It's just kind of ugly. And the backs are also interchangeable. If you hit, depending on the model actually, some models don't actually have interchangeable backs. The models that do have interchangeable backs have this lock button in front. So the Koni-Omega Rapid M, the Koni-Omega M, for some reason they named two of them like that, which is kind of confusing. There's the Rapid Omega, which is actually Mamiya made. Mamiya bought out like the rights to make them, and so that's why they stopped saying Koni-Omega and they started saying Rapid Omega. So there's the Rapid Omega 200, which takes different backs. I think the 100 is a fixed back. So just look for this lever if you want to have interchangeable backs. Like you just slide it down and the entire back comes out. And so like the camera looks quite naked in the back. It's like half the camera's gone. And so you can shoot different film stocks. Granted, you have one of these versions of the camera and you have extra backs, of course. And there's also another cool thing. There's a dark slide holder in the back. I wear glasses and I can see the entire frame, so it's quite good for people with glasses, if you're wondering. Focus patch is good in the sun. At night, it's a bit harder. It's not the strongest focus patch, but very, very good for daytime, which you would probably use for daytime anyway. This does have a leaf shutter. All of the lenses are via leaf shutter, and that means you can flash sync at the max speed, which is 500, which is pretty good. So even though the camera's not that comfortable to hold, to shoot with, the image quality that comes out of these lenses are really good. I was really like impressed by how sharp it was, wide open, stopped down. It looks really sharp, and I think the lenses is what saves this camera system, really, because and the cost. So it's really cheap and it's really sharp. If those two things are enough for you, honestly, go for the system. I think it's so worth trying the camera, and maybe you'll be like, who needs a Mamiya 7, right? Also, one more thing. The thing that I hate the most about this camera is actually this grip. I think the grip looks really ugly. I mean, it does help me hold the camera, and it puts me in a position to hit the shutter button. But honestly, it makes the camera bigger than it looks like. If you take off the grip, which is easily done, if you take a coin to unscrew these two screws, it pops off, and you can install other things that will accept the screw. I've also seen people put L brackets on, and you can put like an L bracket grip on, but I'm pleading to those of you who are 3D printing savvy to make a grip that goes in. You can like screw it on, and it like goes into this empty space of the body, so I can like hold it closer and not have this gigantic grip in the way. Helped, really helped. And other than that, I'll make more short videos about how to use the camera, loading film into it, because I actually didn't know how to load film into it when I first got it, and I was kind of confused, so I'll make a short video about that. I can also make another video about calibrating the rangefinder. It's really easy to open this camera up, to clean it out, and rangefinder calibration is really easy to do. And yeah, enjoy some of these other photos I took, and thanks for watching. You know, try out the camera and have fun.